Growing bolder is not always easy. Sometimes when you have a dream, the only one who believes it's a good dream is you. Carol Buck is a CEO who knows all too well that when you want something done, you've got to start growing bolder to get there. She started a company called Xenna to make products that would help people feel healthy and strong and active. Xenna makes Nonix nail gel for clear, healthy-looking nails and Calyx ointment, which softens, smooths, and moisturizes dry, cracked heels. Now, thanks to Carol's belief in her products, they are now available in the foot care aisle at major drugstores and supercenters nationwide.
Yeah, it really is an amazing success story. And our Cecily Wilson sat down with Carol as part of our Bolder in Business project to learn more about her success and found that it really hasn't been an easy climb.
Are you amazed or even surprised by what you were able to accomplish just because you said, I'm going to do it?
I kind of felt there was an unmet need for this product. I had a goal, I had a lot of perseverance, I wasn't going to give up on this. And that's what I think is so fascinating about doing something on your own, because you can move from one place to another and there's nobody to stop you. But you can move in any direction you want. There's total freedom in starting your own company when you're older and bolder.
You have such a fascinating story, studying at some of the top universities in the country, Stanford and Columbia, and then started your professional career in the 1970s as an executive. But you decided to give all of that up for one reason.
I was with my children and it became harder and harder to justify a career path when I felt that in my heart, in my head, I belonged at home with my kids. So I had a wonderful family time. I don't regret any of that. But when they left, I kind of felt that maybe I still had something in me to give, something I wanted to do.
I guess you didn't really think you were going to be an entrepreneur, did you?
No, I thought the last thing I would be doing is selling foot care products. I mean, that was totally out of the question. But in fact, here I am, and I'm loving every minute.
For someone looking at you as such an inspiration and saying, one of these days I'm going to do exactly what Carol is doing, what would you say to encourage them?
It has to be in your heart. You got to feel it. Start wherever you have an opportunity to start. Don't start with the idea of making a lot of money. You pay yourself last. You pay yourself when you're successful. If you don't believe in yourself, things aren't going anywhere. And what's interesting about evolving companies and ideas is that sometimes you have, by accident, wonderful inventions, and you always have to be open to that.
Thank you for being such an inspiration. Thank you for growing bolder and sharing your story with us here.
Now, good stuff. Carol Buck has a remarkable story, and like others who are also bold in business, hers is proof that when you have a great idea and the resolve to see it through, that even when you do face tough challenges, it's still possible to succeed in a big way.
You got to have both of those things. And what a role model she is for others in their 50s and 60s and beyond who might be interested in reinventing themselves, starting new businesses just like Carol did. She really has some great advice.
And I think the best thing about Carol is you start by wanting to solve a problem instead of by saying, well, I want to lead a big business and make a ton of money. She had a problem she wanted to solve. She worked very hard to find solutions that worked, and from there, getting it to market, the things just fell into place.
And one point we learn all the time is that you have to have belief in that product. It can't just be an idea to make some money, because you always have to be persistent. It is probably the single most important quality in success, is being persistent through the down times, and she admits she had some.
Yeah, and the public determines if you're successful or not, and apparently they love Carol because her products are flying off the shelves. We want to tell you that Carol's products are sold in the foot care aisle at major drugstores and supercenters nationwide. Learn more at Xenna.com.